Hi, in this small video we'll learn about how to create our very first adobe form just to print a text field on the screen on the printout. So the transaction code for the adobe form is SFP. For the form interface in the adobe form, first we have to create an interface, and that interface we have to attach to the form. So first we'll create the interface, then adobe underscore print text. We can give any name, click on create icon. Let's say my first adobe form. Here by default the interface type will be web dictionary based interface. Keep that as it is. Click on save button. I am saving as a local object. Now here my requirement is I want to pass a text field to the form interface. So for that, in the form interface, in the import parameter, I am creating the one variable. So for every form, by default, you can see this parameter name is generated by the system. We cannot change that, and it is generated automatically. So here in the form interface, we'll create the first an input text field. For that, click here, append row, give the parameter name as IP, that is input parameter underscore text. Here select type, and give the data element name as, let's say, char 30. I am marking this as the optional parameter. Click on save, check, and activate. So this will be my input field to the form interface. In my upcoming section I will explain the remaining all, as this is the very first basic one, so I am showing only the text field. Go back. We can create with the same name the form, or we can also keep the different name. So here I am giving the same name, z_underscore print text. Click on create. Description, my first adobe form. Here we have to give the interface name. Click on save, local object. So here we can see the three tabs: the properties, the context, and the layout. Here the context is all the fields, all the parameters, the field from the interface we can see on the left hand side. Here if you expand this, so we can see the import parameter which we have defined in the interface, and the context is used to make a binding between the interface parameter and the layout field. So all the fields which you want to print on the form layout, for we have to drag and drop that field from this left hand side to under this context area. So here what we have to do, just drag and drop this field in the context node. So we can see the field is here now. This is the name which we want to print on the screen, and this is the field, that is the IP text. Here the field label, that is the heading. So we can change the name here. Let's say I want to print as input text. Node name input text has invalid syntax. Okay, let's keep as it is. We'll change inside. Save. Now go to the layout tab. This takes some time to open the layout. Once the layout is open, here we have the hierarchical, then we have the structure, PDF. So here go to the data view. We can see here the data type. In the data view, we can see all the parameters and the field from the context node which we have assigned in the previous steps. So to print this field on the screen, we can just simply drag and drop this field from here to here. And now let's change the field text. Let's say I want to print as input text. We can increase the length and width of this window. Save here. This is in inactive state. Now after saving, always go to the context tab first and then only activate. Once you activate, click on the text button. Here we can give our input field text. I'm writing as my first Adobe form and click on execute button, effect. So here you can see the input text is printed as my first form. Now let's assume you want to remove this border. For that, what we to do? Go to the layout tab. The layout tab, put a cursor here. After putting a cursor here on this field, go to palettes and here click on object. So in the object, here you can see the appearance. So appearance here, select none. As soon as we select none, we can see the border is removed. If you want to allow multiple line here, you can just say allow multiple line. Limit line, no, we don't want to limit. Okay, so in this way we can remove that box. Close this, save. First go to context type always and then activate. Now let's execute again. Just type my first Adobe form, execute. So here you can see this time the input field is printed without the borders. So in this way we can create a very basic, just to understand how to create an interface in a form. So in this way we've done with a very small and basic session on the creation of printing of text field in the Adobe form. Thank you.